Hi, students. Now we're going to talk about how to analyze a sector. So you will have these slides, and we're going to go explain how to analyze sector. I'm Joseph Bonaparte, professor in finance and research contributor to institutional investment companies. I'm director for financial affairs. And here's my email if you want to reach out. How to analyze a sector. There are, in S&P, there are 11 sectors. Here are the names. Every sector has a ticker. But first of all, what is a sector? A sector is a group of companies who have pretty much operate in a similar market or field. They have some homogeneity. Like Apple is a technology. Microsoft's supposed to be with Apple technology. Now, Microsoft does Windows and cloud. Apple does iPhone and others, different products, but they work in a software and hardware computers. Companies in the sector are homogeneous. So the service pretty much homogeneous, but they're different companies, different size, some large cap, some medium cap, some companies located in California, some in Alabama, some, varies. Size of the company, the corporate philosophy is different, could be, but the pretty much idea is the service that they provide or the products are homogeneous. Type of company in the sector, large cap, growth stocks in the sector could be PE above 15, PE below 15, price earning, market cap. Some companies are large cap, small caps. All, like some companies have an IPO a few years ago, some companies, their IPO is 30 years ago. Social responsibility, ESG, some companies are more socially responsible, others are less. CEO innovation, level of the R&D, these are the key factors when you analyze the sector, because we're looking for innovative companies. And future guideline and outlook. For example, Apple outline and outlook always steady, we know what they do, but some companies in the tech sector, very volatile. How to analyze a sector? So the first thing, it's just a simple things to analyze a sector. You need to look at the sector and compare it with the benchmark. We call it step one is eye test. You compare the S&P, in this case, with XLK, which is a technology sector. So how do you do that? You go to Yahoo Finance. You go to XLE. You do XLK, sorry, technology sector. For example, that technology, you're interested. You go full screen. And if you want to do moving average, the way you do the moving average is moving average, you click here, but we didn't want to move an average for today. Not 50, not nothing. So that's XLK, and then you compare it with our benchmark with this S&P. And you can see the, and you compare it for 5 years. You look to 5 years. In 5 years, the NASDAQ, sorry, the tech sector did 107%, whereas the S&P did 43%. That means the sector double or more than double the S&P, which is our benchmark. So how to get this picture? I want you to get this picture added to your assignment. You do here, there's something here. You click on it, you do it, and then I think copy should be something here comes up. The other way to do it is to go here. I do new, and you do like this. That's the way I like it. And you got it, and then copy and put it in your report. Snipping tool. You can use a snipping tool, or you can use this one, but I like the snipping tool more. Boom. So now what we've done so far, we are on slide number 6, and we created the eye test. What we see in eye test, and then you have to report that the sector outperformed the S&P. So you have to report the results and how much the sector beat the S&P, and then the inference is buy. So results and inference. Step 2, what type of companies you want to analyze. We usually, if you want to analyze the sector, we look at the top large cap company, 3 or 4 of them. The bottom 5, growth company in the sector, which is higher PE versus value growth companies, value companies, which is low PE. That's another one. You have to analyze a couple of growth, couple of values. I said at least 2 each. Should we have the highest R&D spending? So you have to look at the companies with the highest R&D relative to the revenue. Because Apple R&D is highest in the world, but relative to Apple revenue, no, it's not the highest. Step 3, if you work in JP Morgan, Morgan Stanley, you break and you work in a team to analyze a sector or 2 sectors. So we break out down the team, and some people analyze this. Some companies will build a matrix how to analyze a company. Team set a deadline to finish the analysis. Each team member report the analysis with inference, buy, hold, and sell. A team will build a matrix on how to analyze a company. This is the analysis that suppose you choose a company. Here you choose Apple. So Apple versus the other, the sector. XLK is the sector, and the green is the S&P. So you compare them, the 3 together. The matrix we use in my class, I use these 5 models. I think by now you already worked on them, and then we weight these models and we do sensitivity analysis for every company. Be wise, buy the rumor, sell the news. So what's your assignment? Your assignment is simple, just to create the first one, the eye test, and then pick a company, report the results and the inference, and pick a company of interest. Like if you choose this stack, then I choose Apple and do this figure and report your results and inference. So basically, I did that here for you for a sector, and then comparison. You do Apple, AAPL, for example, I did, but choose different sector, choose different company. Here's Apple. And now you have Apple here in the red, and the green is S&P, and you do that. So I think that's what I want from you. Here's the way you do it. I like with the snipping tool, I like it a lot. Copy. And then there we go. Here we go. So you can have this way. Okay, here we go. I did that. And then you need to do also, just put the figures. You didn't need to do more than that. And now I'm gonna, across Apple, I'm gonna another snipping. Copy. So I want your assignment. Do the first one, do the second one, and after everyone report the results and the inference. It's a good sector or good stock. All right, I think that's exactly what I want from you. Very simple. I explain what's the sector. We have 11 sectors in the S&P. What is the sector? Homogeneous service or products, but heterogeneous companies, type of companies, growth. In some sector could be growth companies, value companies, social responsible, not social responsible, large cap, medium cap, innovative, not innovative. And how to analyze it? You compare the S&P with the sector. You do the eye test, and you report the results. In this case, 107. 43. 107 minus 43. So the difference will be 57 and 7, 64%. I guess. 57 and 7, that's 64%. And then you do the same. You do the same and report the inference. This is the eye test. You do the same. You select a company and you do it. That's all. That's all I'm asking you. You will have this video. You will have the slides also. So do these figures, analyze the sector, and you're done. Thank you so much, and hope you enjoy this video.